hello, and good afternoon to you. It is a Fun Friday with Jim and Dee. Of course, what is going on in the USA today? Well, I'll tell you one thing. I just heard from Jim, and he is not going to be able to make the show because of the internet issues where he's at. And I will say that he is participating in a event that will remain anonymous. But we sort of know what that event is. If we are following, we do know. So before we get started, going to go and say a prayer. So here we go. Father God, thank you so much for the many blessings that you have given us. I ask for a safe journey for Jim as he travels later on, not right now, but later on when he comes back to his home. Father, a hedge of protection for those that are watching now or later, Father God, and also continue to wrap your arms around my sister as she goes through her chemotherapy. Lord Jesus, be with each and every one of us in knowing your will be done, whether or not we want to participate or not. So it's best that we participate, and I ask that you give us the discernment to hear from you. I ask it in your heavenly name. In Jesus Christ's name I pray. Amen and amen. All right, we're going to start out with the scripture for today, and that is from 1 John 5, verse 15. And it reads this way: and if we know that he hear us, whatsoever we ask, we know that we have the petitions that we desire of him. That again is 1 John 5, verse 15. I hope that you guys are having a wonderful day as we will continue on. Yes, we will. Yes, we will. I'm going to go and check one thing right fast, if you guys don't mind, to make sure that I didn't have a answer to my request to see whether or not somebody wanted to join me or not. And it doesn't look like that's going to happen because it seems that some of my friends are also doing broadcasts. So in the midst of everything that is going on, I'm going to keep on keeping on. As a matter of fact, let me go and do a little bit down like that. There we go. I didn't put a frame on this one because, well, I usually do the Zoom, and at the last minute I remembered I forgot I'm not doing Zoom, so I have to cut my regular camera on. Whoa! All right. I have my chat window open. I also need to do one other thing, so give me 1 second here. This little booger. Oh no, that wasn't what I wanted to do. Oh my goodness, I know what it was. Okay, I think I do. Anyways, maybe not. I'm going to leave it alone. I don't want to mess up my screen. So we're just going to put it this way and fly by the seat of our pants or britches or whatever you want to call it. Okay, as we begin, I hope you're having a great day, and I hope that you can follow along. So, plenty of stuff. Here's one that is major, okay? This was trending. I'm going to check and see if it's still trending. Yes, it is. 36.4 thousand. Jesus Christ is Lord. Hallelujah. We need to be spreading that. We need to be spreading a love as well, because he is the only one who's going to save us in the end. God will win, period. That's all I need to say on that one. All right, we're going to continue on, and it says from Kurt Smith, busted. Houston precinct judge and staff caught on camera illegally using a stack of driver's license to allow people to vote illegally in the 2020 election at a drive-through voting window created by the coronavirus pandemic. Are you kidding me? What? It does not surprise me. I mean, it does surprise me, but it doesn't surprise me because, well, any way that they can try to salvage this, they will, but I don't think that's going to happen. But you never know. Okay, let's continue on, okay? If you would like to go and have a copy of these notes, I believe on Twitter, I just went ahead and had it timed out, so it should have posted. And in doing so, it would be on my Twitter page at D Stevens Voice. And if you don't follow me, give it a follow so you can be caught up when I am on. Okay? Also, the Tiger Network. If you're not on the Tiger Network yet, if you don't want to be censured, just saying it that way, go to Tora3.com and sign up today. Okay? All right. We're going to continue on. Well, look, Donald Jr., he's got a bombshell he wants to share. These emails are completely unconnected to the Hunter Biden emails being released by the New York Post. This is That Word Incorporated. Emails reveal that Hunter, his association, helped that particular aligned elites to secure a meeting with Papa. So, now you know the rest of the story on that, and it continues to be one thing after another thing after another thing. So, pay attention to what's going on. And that, of course, is that link. I didn't do short links, sorry guys, but I have 3 shows on a Friday, so the link's gonna get you there, long or short. Here's another one right here with one of those pictures that we've seen, and it talks about the scandal takes a dark turn, and it involves the FBI, the top lawyer of the young kind of stuff there involved in case. So it is taking a turn for a dark kind of thing, but we sort of know that Daddy, well, you know. I don't even have to finish that sentence. If you're awake, you know. If you're not awake, well, DM me, or you can send me an email at 7, no, I'll put it, just DM me. If you need to find out anything else, let me know, and I will give you my email to send it to. Okay? All right. We're going to continue on right here, live. Our president, real Donald Trump, delivers remarks on protecting America's seniors. If you didn't get a chance to go and see that, it is a 45 length. Okay? It is 55 minutes, 45 seconds long. Always remember, there's signals everywhere you turn when it comes to our POTUS. Just saying. All right, here we go. Here's one to take a gander at for sure. And that gander is letting you know that this particular person right here, JC Truth, was retweeted. And what he wrote was, amen. Not a lot of people understand what at Real Donald Trump has done. It is truly amazing. Love it. Love it. And Vincent goes, period, as Greg would say. All right, here's some more stuff. I'm going to go and try and read it without it going and bouncing back at me or clogging down my video. So let's go ahead and do that right now. Love Infusion 2020. Propaganda needs to be illegal, as does hashtag censorship. we might as well throw in the hashtag CBC2. Pathetic. Bought and paid for political operatives masquerading as journalists, covering up for the most corrupt PM hashtag Canada has ever seen. How are your hashtag COVID camps coming along, Justin? Question mark. And there is a link in which you can go and look at the article that it's like she shared and reshared with a comment. So you can check that out if you'd like. I don't speak Spanish, but Joe Biden has a big problem. I'm going to take you to this one because it was so cute. It was behind the scenes. This lady is somewhere near where Trump can hear her and she can tape this. So it's 45 seconds long. Go figure. And I'll mute myself so that you can hear it.
Un escándalo, pero cántenos los tres de La Habana. Ay, Dios. Yo voy a votar por Donald Trump. ¡Vamos arriba! God bless America. God bless President Trump. Yeah. Vamos arriba, pueblo, que we can do it. Aquí está nuestro presidente. Estamos en comerciales, no se preocupe, estamos en comerciales. Alcalde, cállese, que estamos hablando a la gente que puede. ¡Woo! Estamos en comerciales, señores. That's why I'm...
All right, sort of sounds like she appreciates him very much, and you see him doing that little, he doesn't want them to get kicked out, but they get excited. A lot of people get excited. I know I got excited when I went to go and see Donald Trump. You know, you get hooting, you get hollering, you're like, oh my gosh, this is our president. This is so cool. He is definitely somebody who appreciates what's going on. He appreciates who we are to him. Just saying. Oh, Uncle Bot Bones is in the house. Woohoo! Yeah. All right, let me do my Uncle Bot Bones dance. Gotta do it. He's my favorite bot. If you follow me enough, you'll know it's Uncle Bot Bones. Okay. All right, we're going to continue on. And this is MC Hammer. Now, I don't know if it's the real MC Hammer or if it's another MC Hammer, but this is a 7-minute video. And it's just a relaxing kind of animal video to me. Nature from a distance. That's how I like to enjoy it. From a distance when it comes to big bears or moose or elk or, let's see, bobcats are around here at night. We got some foxes around here. Yeah, so from a distance. Yeah, it used to be a song that I really liked, but unfortunately I sort of lost interest in the song because of the craziness of the singer. Just saying. Okay, here we go. Wow, I'm going to open this one up so you can see it. Close that one. All right, now this is particular. What in the world happened? Hang on. Oh, there it is. Okay. All right. I actually like to say nice things about people, but I have nothing nice to say about Kay Harris. So I'll leave it at that. Kidding. We know I won't. I don't like the way she treats people or speaks to them. Gloves off. That's cute. That is cute. I like that. Okay. And what did she have to say? Remember, okay, this particular thing was said on April the 30th, 2020. Okay? After we impeach, we round up the Trump supporters. And once he's gone and we have regained our rightful place in the White House, look out if you supported him and endorsed his actions, because we'll be coming for you next. You will feel the vengeance of a nation. No stone will be left unturned as we seek you out in every I guess there's a Y maybe there. I'm not corner of this great nation, for it is you who have betrayed us. Wow. We say in the South those are fighting words, but they're I just gotta pray for. I know that's a lot of people don't understand that, but you gotta pray for demon possessed people. You just got to. I mean, look, what do you see? What do you see there? An angry person. I say person. Big hands. Person. Thick neck. Person. I'm going to leave it at that. I think that's where I'll leave it right there. And we're going to continue on. Yes, we are. All right, what's next? Oh, look, last night I bookmarked this so that I could come back and share it with you guys. And when I went to look at it today, it was all red because there is active censorship going on. So, why is Twitter banning one and not the other? That's directly toward them. Now, when I clicked on it, they did allow me to see it. And here is what they were saying, one and not the other. This one is being banned. And you know this is not true. Okay? Weapons, blah, blah. Okay? Well, let's just go through it. Why not? Let's go through it. The particular people that I'm talking to that are on the left-hand side of your screen, exposing corruption, exposing evil, INC, child trafficking, exposing deception, preserving freedom. The weapons, keyboards, memes, reasons, truth. I know I added an S to that. Tactics, dissenting opinion, presenting facts, social media info dissemination, dispelling misinformation. Okay, let's look at the other one. Antifa. Antifa. Their mission, inciting violence, fostering hate, creating division, promoting anarchy. Their weapons, clubs, projectiles, explosives, and guns. Tactics, rioting, arson, assault, destruction. Banning these here, but allowing these here on Twitter. This is one thing that you have to go and pay attention to, because this is what is being done right now. Just saying. Oh my goodness, look, I missed this part. I'm not going to go and say some of these because some of these are really key words that make the platforms get very angry. They get angry. Just saying. All right, here we go. Now, this was some stuff I didn't know about, and it's really, really cool, and it has nothing to do with anything. But it is very, very cool. So, and it's by Benson Kennedy. I like following him. I like watching his little movies and stuff he shares, and the periods to things that are going on. I didn't know this, so I'm going to go ahead and give it a heart, and I'm going to let you guys see what it is. If there's music, I probably just need to let you see what it is instead of music. Alright, let me go. I'm going to mute it because I do know that it's only music that it's showing, and I really want you to be able to see this because it's really, really cool. Can you believe this kind of stuff? I didn't know that these things can happen where you can take one plant and mish it with another one. Some of it I knew, some of it I didn't. The cactus did not know. It's pretty interesting, isn't it? My favorite one is, if it's on this video, yeah, here's one. This is cool. It's doing two plants together and doing the braid, okay? And then you get to see what it looks like as it grows. Check this out. Isn't that cool? That is really, really cool. I have a money tree that my daughter got that did that. So there you go. Always cool, interesting information shared by Vincent. Okay. Oh, all right. We have got to go there. I don't know if you guys have seen this yet. Some of you guys see this stuff and follow her. This is her second channel because they already went before. So let's go ahead. This is her impression of Nancy Pelosi. So we're going to share that. I'm going to go here and go up there, and I'm going to cut me off.
Thank you so much for joining
we'll
us.
leave it on the vote that you are not right on this, Wolf, and I hate to say that to you. But I feel confident about it, and I feel confident about my colleagues, and I feel confidence in my chairs.
And it's not about me. It's about millions of Americans who can't put food on the table, who can't pay the rent,
and
who are
we
having
represent
trouble,
them.
who
And we
are
represent them.
getting
And
by
we represent
these
them.
long food
and
lines
we
that we're seeing.
them.
I know
we
you
know
are.
them.
I'm just saying.
We represent them, and we know them.
As we
We
say,
know them. We represent them.
don't let
yes.
the perfect be the enemy of the good, as they say
It is
here in
nowhere
Washington.
near perfect.
Madam Speaker.
Always the case, but we're not even close to the good.
All right, let's see what happens, because every day is critically, critically important. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you for your sensitivity to our constituents' needs.
I am sensitive to them because I see them on the street begging for food, begging for money. Madam Speaker, thank you so much.
Have you fed them? We feed them. We feed them.
We'll continue this conversation down the road for sure. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back. Thank you so much for joining us.
Leave it on the vote that you
Oh my gosh. It's just too perfect. I mean, she has got it down pat, but I did share with you guys the other day on the Night Owl News the actual full-length Wolf against Nancy, you know, her in full rage meltdown that she was having, you know. You could see it. With this, it's just funny. All right, what we are going to do, because we're getting close to the edge, is I am going to, that's not the right one. We're going to go here, and we are going to check it out and see if there has been anything since last night. Anything since last night? Nope, sure hasn't. So those guys have not done anything since last night, and that is okay. I want to say thank you so much for hanging out with me. Hopefully Jim will be back next week, because he is out of town and the internet sucks. But then again, we sort of know that the internet sucks right now because of everything that is going on. They are trying at their darndest to go and, you know, make it go kapooty. Kapooty, kapooty. It is a, how shall I say? Come on, it'll come to me. It'll come to me. It's gone. Oh yeah, it's a reset that's going on. And I think reset is still a good word that I can use without it going, you. So, it is a short version of my Friday show. Usually my Friday show is, you know, an hour to an hour and a half long. I'm going to check my messages one more time just to see if anybody decided that they wanted to come in with me. So let me go and check this out. Hang on one second. Da 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 da. I have to go and look. So just give me one moment. Give me a moment so I can sort of look through the messages. I want to make sure that nobody said, hey, yeah, I want to be on the show. And then I didn't see them say that. And then that would make me very upset if anyone thought that I was ignoring them. So let me go and I'm thumbing through. Hang on one second. Oh, well, hang on a second. Hang on, I got an idea. Thank you so much, Uncle Bones. Give me 1 second, because did he put a link in there? In our special chat room? I have to look for it, don't I? Yep, because it hasn't come across. So, give me 1 more second. 1 moment, please. 1 moment. Uncle Bones, you rock, man. Thank you so much for letting me know that. And he's got it going under which name does he got it going under? Because I didn't get an idea. Do you have the link where he's at, Uncle Bones? Do you have the link where he's broadcasting from? Because I don't see it in the chat. So and everything is being everything's censored, so I can't go and just find him, if you know what I mean. And you know that they do that with his. Oh, I think I found it. Hang on. Oh, yes. Oh, but yes. I think what I shall do, well, I don't know. I wonder, hang on. Let me click on that and turn down the volume. Okay, the volume's down. So what I'm going to do is I am going to boom, boom, copy. And I'm going to try and get him over here on this screen. Shrinky dink. And here. And if I can, I am going to dual broadcast him so he gets more viewers. Partner, sure, I can do that. So let's turn him on.
Resource 606, which is meme camouflage. I'm going to zoom in.
And I'm going to cut my microphone off, but we're going to broadcast.
If you're not familiar with 8kun, reach out to me. I'm going to be shortly doing a session with some people I know to kind of introduce them to the free speech platform that is 8kun, to get them familiarized with it and allow them the ability to actually use it. There's not a place, because there's not a lot of places where you actually have free speech on the internet anymore. Back to the Orwellian comment, everything's either the 2 minutes of hate or full censorship. Twitter's just full of endless 2 minutes of hate. Just vitriol, spit back and forth. Same thing on Facebook. Same thing on, I don't know. I don't use Instagram, but probably it's on Instagram too. And there's a saying that says, you get more bees with honey. And it's true, Thank you, Dee. You get more bees with honey, basically, Just spitting hate all day on Twitter to your adversaries isn't going to change anyone's mind. So be creative, be thoughtful, be loving, be better than your opponent. Because by stooping to the lowest common denominator, you're not going to get anyone. You know, you may feel good when you make a hateful comment or a rude comment to someone, and you'll feel great for a moment, but then it's over, like the 2 minutes of hate in 1984. So just be thoughtful in what you're doing. So I'm just going to scroll through this. This was the original one provided by the number 17 right here with the 4 corners, which eats up 20% of your image or modifies your image to be 20% different. And we found, based on the current algorithms, that 20% is about the minimum that you have to change an image to make sure that the algorithm cannot catch it. So this is stage 1, you know. So if you could see, there's a couple examples of it. And then there's full-on top camouflage or topography, whatever you want to call it, on top of an image. This is, I don't know, like a matrix style overlay. You know, so this is very useful, and if you come into this thread and look around, I'll drop it here in the chat for everyone. So if you're not familiar, you could come look with me. Yep, it looks like it went through. So as you can see here, you know, there's information about it. There was an old post on Q Research that has since fallen off the thread, I mean the board, into the archive. So, you know, this is kind of the gist of it. Select a camo overlay, apply the camo on top of the image, upload the modified camo image to TinyEye to see if it recognizes the image. We've tested this with many images that are easily recognizable, easily offensive to some people to make sure that these digital camouflages work. There's a lot of people that I know that have worked very hard on this. You could see many, there's all different kinds. Come in here, use them, share them, give them to your friends, create your own, drop more, test them before you drop them if this is something you're capable of doing, making these transparent overlays. So there's probably about 75 in this thread that are ready to use and ready to go. So this is candy corn for Halloween. Check that out. Oh man, competing with POTUS, that's never good for me. There's some code here if you are on a Linux system that you could use. There's examples of things like this. This is a image that cannot be shared on Twitter without getting your account banned, that if you use these overlays you can now share them. There's some dark overlays that people are requesting to make into camos that later in this thread you'll see that someone did. So there's lots of ways to work around this, but find out what works best for you, what works best with your skill set, and begin to do them. Because we're at crunch time. I'm going to pop over to here and we're going to look at this clock. As you can see here, this clock is a countdown to the presidential election. It says there's 17 days, 8 hours and 25 minutes until the election is over, which will be midnight on the 3rd, I believe is what this timer is counting down to, even though it's really not midnight technically, but we should know by then that the election is over. We're done submitting ballots. So we have roughly 17 days. Tomorrow will be the 17th, when we have exactly 17 days left. That's a little bit of a coincidence that on the 17th we have 17 days left, and there's just massive, massive amounts of information coming out and being censored regularly to yeah, exactly. And you could get around that fact checker that you're mentioning by using these meme camouflages. Like they might in 1 week, 2 weeks give you a fact checker, but you get to get your information out without the disinformation campaign being run against the message that you're pushing. So use these things if you can. There's websites where you could just choose one image and another image and slap them on top of each other directly on the internet. You don't need any software on your computer to get it done. I'm not going to recommend any. There's hundreds of them that are available online that you could use to achieve those same things. Well, I would recommend Buffalo Trace, personally. Ninja, Buffalo Trace. It always helps me. And then this that you're looking at right here was the beta for our new site, which you could see over here, which is ABCU with all of the feeds from the different real news, other news, fake news, and then ABCU content, which is content written by either anonymous sources or named sources who are who are working on the ABCU board to put out this type of information to bring it to the masses. You know, it's their thoughts, opinions, but the difference between us and them is if you see at the bottom of all of ours, we try to give you all of our sources where we got our ideas, information, thoughts, and ideas to present to you. That way you could choose whether our thoughts and ideas are accurate or palatable to your liking. So I like to say that we at ABCU are not arbiters of truth. We want you to decide for yourself. That's why I give you the option of viewing the fake news on our site. That's why I give you the option of viewing the 8kun notables, the Q posts, the alternative media, as the mainstream media would call it. And you could decide for yourself. Our site is fully searchable. You can you could find out what you want in one stop. You don't have to have 9 tabs open to read about a certain information that is flowing. You could get the views from the right, the left, the fake news, the real news, alternative media, us, the ABCU team, and others. If you want to write for ABCU, if you want to get your opinion out, just come to our board. It's as easy as going to our About page and joining the fight right here. You just click this, and boom, you're in the fight. You start talking here, you know. We're going to look at this current news one, which is a new thread we started, I believe, yesterday to kind of cover the new events with our Falcon Wizard, SEAL Team 6, the Iranian bribe, Benghazi's connections, and you know, we kind of work together to find out what's really going on. We don't want to be first. We're not ever going to be first to tell you the story about anything because the truth takes time. It takes a minute to find out who and what is going on. You know, if you just jump up trying to be the loudest voice and get your word out first, you're just chasing clout. And we don't care about clout. I don't care how many people follow me. I care how many people our ideas influence. So come on here, check it out. There's a lot of great information between all of the threads. There's information about Biden's laptop, as you could read here, how it was received by the Mac shop owner, why he continues to have it, and why and how he protected himself by reaching out to DOJ and reaching out to Senate in order to protect his own behind because he was afraid of retaliation from the Biden camp. And, you know, there's a lot of this that the mainstream media wants to be censored. It's why there's the big push to ban Q accounts, ban anyone who tries to bring you truth. So come in here and read this. I don't want to just read my screen to you guys, but this is very important right here, this section. Obama wrote a letter to Ty's dad. Ty was one of the young men who died as part of the Chinook being shot down with an RPG. And U.S. forces couldn't arrive in time is what.
If you're just joining right now, I am tuned in and rebroadcasting American Broadcast Community as he's giving information on how to operate 8kun and to be a part of his program and getting the truth out. So, if you'd like to, there is a link in the chat to be able to go and join the chat there, and I hope you will enjoy.
Hit job on these people, these elite soldiers who knew too much. And all of this is slowly coming out due to this guy, the falconer, who was a falconer for a political leader for 20 years. You know, so these people have a lot of great information that I work with, and they want to share it with you. And the only way this information gets out is if someone like me, or you, or you, or you, or you, are out there sharing it. It's not going to be covered by the mainstream media. Tucker Carlson maybe might cover it. But besides him, I don't see other people working to cover this. So, this may be a LARP. It may be really Chanel Rayone who was posting on 4chan. But we won't know until all of the information comes out. What this basically says is that all the information is going to come out at the same time. Many sources all have it, and that they will drop it in one big boom. That way, it's irrefutable when the information comes to light. So, I'd appreciate it if you guys could come here, check all this out, look at it for yourself. Like I said, I'm not just going to read to you what's on my screen. I'm not a big fan of other people doing that. We have a lot of great information about COVID. If you just want to chat with us, there's plenty of people and places to chat on here and to really address, you know, whatever you want to talk about. We have a QFWAC, frequently asked questions, that has been translated over to our site over here if you're interested, or you have someone who you think might benefit from knowing a little bit more about Q. not from the mainstream media perspective, where they're going to tell you that the Democrats are evil, according to QAnon supporters, and that the satanic pedophile cult is the only thing that they talk about. I've went through this in previous episodes here on our channel that state how many times Q has said Satan, Satanist, pedophile, and the answer is almost none. So use your own discernment, use your own brains, think for yourself, don't follow the leader if the leader's lying to you. You know. So come check this out. There's a lot of good info in here. Once again, I'm not going to read you my screen. abcu8co.co/q-FAQ. I'm going to link it right here for you guys. So if you want to share that on your social medias or whatever, feel free to, yeah, depending where you are, Ermina, and what your internet service provider is, they may limit your access to 8kun.top. Censorship. I don't know what else to say about it. But you could come here, you could look at all this. If you click any of these, it'll take you right to the board where it was originally posted, so you could read it from the original poster. I did not write all this. This is a joint collaboration of a bunch of Anons who worked together to create this, to give you news or information about Q based on an Anon's perspective, and not just the perspective of the mainstream media, because the mainstream media has lied to us about so many things: pharmaceuticals, asbestos, like you name it, they've lied to us about it. Why would they not be lying now? You know, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, I won't get fooled again, to quote George Bush. You know, so use your own discernment. I know not everyone has time. We tried to make this easily digestible. I think it's 20 or less questions and answers that really kind of cut to the point about what QAnon is about. So get in here, check it out. If you have input, you don't like what we're saying, reach out to me directly. I have no problem giving the input to the Anons who created this. You could reach out to me directly via Twitter on abcu_8, or you could email me at our Gmail account or our Proton Mail account, whichever you prefer. You could come on the board, leave a suggestion right here in our suggestion thread, and you know, we're open. This is to be your voice. Oh my gosh, Cory Booker, it's been so long. I'm so glad to see you. That's the goal, Pattern Seer. It's updated hourly. ABCU is. So if you check back every hour, there'll be new information from all of the sources. And, you know, we want this to be your voice. If you have an article you want to write anonymously, drop it here. I'm sorry. Drop it here. Op-ed General. This is anyone's writing. Anyone can come in here, drop a writing, and if you follow our format and our structure, all uploaded to the site. All you have to do is quote your sources, put a date on it, give it a title, and I'll put it up for you. No problems. Yeah, if you're having trouble getting to ABCU8, it's just censorship again. They don't like us because we are protected via DDoS protection by Van Tech. This company right here, they also provide services to 8kun.top, as well as other websites that people don't want the information getting out of. They're kind of like Cloudflare. As far as their DDoS protection, they offer other services. Our developer set it all up for me. I'd like to thank you, developer. I really appreciate you and everything you've done for me and us, the movement, and what you continue to do. I don't think I thank you enough, but I'm pretty sure you know how thankful I am. I hope you're watching, because we went from, like I said, this to that site that you see now. If you would prefer something like this, I leave this site up for all of you who would prefer something like this as well. I have, limited resources, but while I have the resources, I'll keep both of these things up for as long as possible to support us, our movement, the ability for everyone to speak freely, to get news uncensored. We pull it as soon as they write it. So, you could look at each of these, click them off as you read each of them to continue down the line. Some of them have broken over time, like qmap.pub no longer exists. So I will link this in chat for you folks if this is more what you're into. I'm going to pop over to my other platform, see if anyone's commenting, questions, suggestions, and such. And, oh, doesn't look like it pushed that link through. That's a shame. Here on Twitch, we're live. You got our Twitter feed if you're watching on Twitch. We appear to have one person there. If you're on VK, I'm also live there. Currently, we're live on DLive, YouTube, Twitch, VK, Vaughn Live. So you could talk to me privately about that if you would like. I don't seek funding due to the fact that information should be free. I'm just the person who wants it to be free. And I don't see enough other people doing it. So, you know what they say, if you want something done right, do it yourself. Yeah, just email me via one of these and we'll talk about it privately, Ginger. I don't really want to request it or have a Patreon or anything like that, because if people do want to give any sort of monetary value to keep this up and running, I don't want other people to receive it. Patreon doesn't need your money. whatever other services don't need your money. YouTube Super Chat doesn't need your money. So that's how I feel about it. If people want to support it, yeah, that's cool. But it's a joint effort. Eventually, you know, things always work out. That's how I look at it. But then I really wanted to talk about what's going on Q Research. I don't know how many people in the chat right now spend a significant amount of time on the Q Research boards, but I know I do. I probably spend too much time on them, honestly. But it's important. And currently, we'll just go to it. Oh, I don't have it saved on this one. There seems to be some infighting. I'm not going to go into the threads right now. I'm just going to say, you know, here at Q Research, there seems to be a lot of infighting between who's the good guys, who's the bad guys. And it does not matter. What matters is the information gets out. And there seems to be a stifling of information getting out. And I'm not trying to blame a specific person or a specific group, because like I've told you all before, there's no need to blame sex or sex or organizations or groups, because people are responsible for things. Just like I don't take a gun to trial, I take a person to trial. So unless we find out the person that's responsible for the subversion that's happening on the boards, that is manipulating the notables, because let's just go over to here and look at the notables. These are directly sourced from the 8kun boards that are created and uploaded by Anons. If you click this link, it'll take you directly to We Are the News, a friend of ours here at ABCU who puts in a lot of the work to get it off of Q Research into the masses' hands. And a lot of people rely on this site. The site has went down a couple times or stopped aggregating due to infighting and things like that. And this is not what we need 17 days before the election. What we need is honesty, transparency, and clarity for the people that we are trying to help, the people we're trying to deliver this news to. And by dividing us and infighting, it causes these issues that are unforeseen, you know. So let's just see if there's one here at the top that is not notable but added to notables. That is just if you're familiar with the Chans or 8kun, it's called division fagging. And it is the act of sowing or inciting division to just cause division for division's sake, rather than doing what is important for the movement. And as this division and subversion can see like this is not notable. It's not important to people outside of the boards. The purpose of notables is it's a distraction. It's to get the information that we as anons and researchers and citizen journalists work on and find and dig and meme to get out to the masses. And by adding things like this, it's division. And division isn't what makes us win. I'm sure of it. You could look at all the Q posts. Unity, together we win, where we go one, we go all, are some of the biggest themes in Q drops. And the people that are doing this are doing it as a, like Ginger says, a distraction to say, look here while things are happening over here. And it's gotten to a point where the actors that are doing these nefarious activities are using tactics very similar to the mainstream media, where you just repeat and repeat and repeat and repeat and repeat until it becomes factual. And it's a very good technique as far as psychological operations and IIAs, if you've watched Shadowgate and you know what that means. I think that's what it's called. Yeah. So I just wanted to kind of get this out. Someone should clip that, send that to the boards or whatever. I usually don't post my own content to the boards, but this is a serious issue, guys. It's affecting the 4K screen. The print's like this tiny. Here, I'll show you how big my print is. That's how big it is for me, guys. I'm not blind, it's just 4 feet away and that small. Yeah. So, and these continue, there's a bunch of them. I'll just type in here and you'll see all the subversion. It does take a second to use the search feature. It searches every post, title, as well as, see, it's just endless. Division, division, division. Oh, not this one. This is a dog com. But this, division, division. I'm not going to read them all to you because what they're dividing about is not important. The fact that you recognize that it's division is important. And I'm not saying I support comms, which is another board on 8kun. I'm just saying that this division is artificial. You know, I do talk to people on comms. I watch all of their baking classes. I have no issue telling anyone that. But I watch them to see what they're teaching, what they're talking about, what kind of information they're giving these anons who want to do more. And like I say often, together we win. Divided we fall. Abby made a great song recently regarding this. Her newest song, go check it out on the YouTubes and you'll be able to find it. Yep, see? They're lying about me. Apparently I'm part of comms. That's me, the board owner of ABC. But see, the difference between me and them is I'll put my face up here, I'll tell you the truth. I don't care. I'm not afraid to be doxxed. Dox me. I'm cool with it. Go ahead. Tell everyone everything about me. I'll tell you my real name. I know I call myself George Orwell. Ask me my real name. I'll tell you. Ask me in private. I'll tell anyone. I'm not hiding like most people. I use a fake name because we're bringing you real news. I like to say fake names, real news, because my name doesn't matter. What I did before doesn't matter. It's what is the information that matters. You know? So just keep an eye out when you're using the boards for division faggotry, which is a term on the boards. I'm not being derogatory towards homosexuals. You know, more division. This has been going on for over a month. That's why I'm talking about it at this point. You know, the first week, I talked internally with people. I talked on the boards. Now, I'm over it. I'm talking publicly. I want everyone to know what's going on. And like I said, I'm not going to point fingers. I know who it is. I know what they're doing. But I'm not here to point fingers. I'm here to tell you to decide for yourself. Think for yourself. Look at the facts that are there, not the narratives. The mainstream media gives you narratives. Oh, thank you, fake Twitch follower, for spamming. Thank you, another fake Twitch follower, for spamming. So, like I said, if you use the boards, use your own discernment. Don't listen to me. For real. Just think on your own when you see this stuff happening. Is this natural? Is this factual? Or is it a narrative? Is this fabricated? Or is it natural? Is it, you know? So, I'm not telling you to blindly trust comms bakers, but I will tell you, I've been following them since the comms board opened. I've been watching them. I've been watching what they do for the Anons. Are there some bad actors in comms? Probably. Are there some bad actors on the ABCU board? Definitely. Do some of them have mod access that I gave them? Yeah. But you know what? I'm willing to trust someone before I distrust them. Until you prove to me that you can't be trusted, I want to trust you. Because I want to trust humans. I want to believe that we're all here for the right reasons. That we want to see MAGA, basically. We want America to be great again. That all of us are actually attempting to do the right thing. Because it's real easy to do the wrong thing. Trust me. I know. It's real easy to do the wrong things. It's easier to do the wrong things than the right things most of the time. Something about a fork in the road, path less traveled. You know what I'm getting at. But you know, Let's see what they did say about me. Oh, look. Let's see. Oh, come on. I don't think. Oh, this is me. Oh yeah, that's me. Oh look, I'm saying exactly what I told you guys. Remember, those who foment division are division fags. Remember image 1. That is, I see Q people dropped by Q, where he says, they want you divided. Divided by race, divided by religion, divided by culture, divided by class, divided by political affiliation. Divided, you are weak. Together, you are strong. We, the people. Where we go one, we go all. And then I linked a story that I'm pretty sure I've shared with most of the people here in this chat that watch me regularly, that I talk to regularly. It's The Right to Read by Richard Freeman. It's a fictional story about the year 2096 where a gentleman wants to use someone else's computer and cannot, and it's big controversy because of division, censorship, and basically, what is it, Digital Rights Management Act, DMRA, or whatever it's called. So if we are divided, we cannot have the same impact as we have together. Only together do we win. Use your voice, use your vote. V plus V equals W. I know all of you have seen me say that, heard me say that, and then I list some people who actually want the Anons divided. The Deep State, the CIA, parts of the NSA, the FBI, some foreign countries, the Clinton Foundation, Barack Hussein Obama, Brennan, Comey, Clapper, Strzok, Page. That list goes on, all the way down to Kevin Kleinsmith, the only person who got busted so far. And many others with self-motives over American motives. Remember, Anons, we are not divided. Others project division to foment FUD and FOMO. FUD and FOMO are money terms, basically, for the stock market and trading that mean fear, uncertainty, and doubt. That's what FUD is. And then FOMO is the fear of missing out. So basically, people are hopping on the bandwagon because they're afraid that they might be wrong or that that person might be right. And to stir up these type of things is problematic, to cause this type of a division. And then I say some follow and some lead. We need more leaders, not followers. We have plenty of people who follow. Plenty of people follow. They follow the big names on Twitter. They follow the big names on social media. They follow the certain journalists. We have plenty of followers. What we need in this world are more leaders. There aren't enough people willing to put their own neck on the line to lead. Like I said, dox me. Go ahead. Tell everyone who I am in real life. And then I'll tell you who I really am after they try that crap. So then I referenced the image 2 about The Right to Read by Richard Stallman. You could see that post here on the ABCU board under The Wire, which is, information from some of my confidential friends. I've told you all about them before. But The Right to Read is right here. For those curious about The Right to Read. You only have to go as deep as you want. Remember that. Patterns here. You don't have to be on the boards the amount of hours I am. You don't have to be on the boards the amount of hours the people I work with are. That's not what's important. What's important is that you understand the messages that are being put out, that you yeah. Oh, I get it. I get it, Corey. I've exposed many on there. I know some of you are on the boards. I know some of you probably recognize me when I post. I have a very noticeable writing style, as well as my imagery. Some call me Patch Fag, some call me Laughing Man, some call me Baby Fist, some call me Crap Napkin. You know, I've got lots of names, but I've got one message, and that's what's important. Like I said, my name just doesn't matter. That's why I'm willing to tell you all of my little names or whatever. Like George Orwell, that's what I go by here, because the people who are watching this type of content relate with something like that. While the people on the boards will understand my Laughing Man comment and might understand the quote that's up here regarding JD Sally. JDS. Oh no. The image for the Laughing Man is from J.D. Salinger's Catcher in the Rye, which is, I would rather be, should I be a deaf mute? That'll be an easy way to find it. Deaf. So, I thought what I'd do was I'd pretend I was one of those deaf mutes. That way I wouldn't have to have any goddamn stupid, useless conversations with anybody. If anybody wanted to tell me something, they'd have to write it on a piece of paper and shove it over to me. They'd get bored as hell doing that after a while. And then I'd be through with having conversations for the rest of my life. Everybody'd think I was just a poor deaf mute bastard and they'd leave me alone. I'd cook all my own food, and later on, if I wanted to get married or something, I'd meet this beautiful girl that was also a deaf mute, and we'd marry. She'd come and live in my cabin with me, and if she wanted to say anything to me, she'd have to write it on a piece of paper, like everybody else. And that may not resonate with everyone, but it's all about thinking about your life versus living your life. Because Holden, the main character in that story, thinks this is a good idea. Because he's tired of talking to stupid people, basically. And it's his choice whether he chooses to interact with these people of low intellect and low skill level. And if he would elevate his own standards, he could have better conversations, have better interactions, rather than the what does he call them? GD stupid useless conversations. You know? So it's all about perspective, guys. It's all about how you see it. So that's kind of what I wanted to talk about today. And, you know, this goes on. I'm probably in here again. This was when I was talking on the comms boards. If you look real hard, you can see who it is. I'll zoom in for you guys real quick. And then we're going to close that out. So the division that's happening is basically false. Open your eyes, wake up, whatever Q normally says. But don't let this be the end of what's important to you. Don't let this stop the flow of information. Don't let this small hiccup be the end. You know, a bunch of accounts have fallen. You know, there's a whole list. It was here earlier today. It's probably already off the board. SV News has a whole list of who's who and what's going on. Let's see. SV News. Because they are purging us, guys. All these people are gone as of yesterday. Destroying the Illusion, Red Pill 78, Praying Medic, Joe M, iPod, X22 Report, Edge of Wonder, Sergeant Report, Space Shot 76, Woke Society, Amazing Polly, Truth and Art TV, Patriot Soapbox, Dustin Nemos, and we know, Stropey Me. I really enjoyed him. Just Informed Talk, Sarah Westall. And that's not all of them that they got. Those are just the ones that most people will recognize no matter what. Because they have big platforms, loud voices. But remember, not everyone who screams the loudest is right. So, and that's just on YouTube. And most of these people have been banned and removed from Twitter multiple times. They continue to come back. Very happy for them. If you want to get involved with ABCU8, join us on the board, say hello. That's step one. And then, you know, you could always email me an article as well. That's why there's multiple ways to contact me. If you want to remain anonymous or you're not comfortable using the boards, just email it. Most people know how to email. So I think that's about all I have to say today, guys. Any questions, comments, concerns, retorts to what I have to say? Maybe we have some haters in here who want to comment. I did not share this with QR before I went live. Like I said, I try not to share my own content that often. No, it's not about politics only, Ermina. It's your voice. Anyone used to be able to write the paper, and if the paper liked it, they would publish it in the op-ed section. That's why we call all of ours op-eds, because it either means opposite the editor or opinion editorial, and those just don't exist anymore. Our only requirement is if you are talking about politics or current events or things like that, that you confirm it with at least one source that could be confirmed by another source. You know, even if it's a fake news source, I'll accept it. I won't like it. I prefer something else, but Santa Surfing, did she get canned? I enjoy Santa Surfing. Yeah, I reached out to a couple of them and told them about the Tiger Network, told them to check out Torah3.net. It's could be big, could be really big. There's some things I don't like about it. I've voiced my opinion to Jim regarding it, and everything's a work in progress and takes time to compete with multi-billion-dollar tech companies to try to get on their level. I recommend that you read. So there'll be a new section here. I still got to upload some of our non-ABCU content that I showed you earlier, which is this content. Like I said, all you have to do is follow our simple rules for how to upload content. I know all my friends have seen this. I find it very important. So check out the header in our board right here. It's at the top of each thread to understand what our expectations are, who some of our friends are, who we share our information with. Like I've told everyone on my board, I send, not only do I do it to our website, I send it to the press, certain outlets, and they do what they will with it. Everything posted under the ABCU section is Creative Commons 4, attribute, and what's it called? I don't know, where you could deviate from exactly what we wrote. You'll notice some very influential people have talked about what we talked about right after we talked about it. You could go through our blog and compare the dates, and then some things that I'm pretty sure people were all a fan of have talked about it shortly after. So why the unmasking of General Flynn matters. This was something written by an Anon. Here are the two sources. Questions swirl around Susan Rice's declassified emails. Here's two sources. This is something I personally wrote. It's an opinion piece. It's about space. It was right after the SpaceX launched the new rocket with NASA into space with a first mission since whatever. So these are all my sources. Say by Patchfag, Babyfish, whatever you want to call me. I don't care. Bye-bye, Dee's viewers. Thank you for watching. I appreciate all of you for tuning in and being friends. I hope you enjoyed what I talked about today. If you didn't, I'm glad you listened. So, I did that. This is work that we took from QR. We requested the author if we could use it.
All right, guys.
An op-ed about George Floyd and the ensuing riots.
If you do want to go and watch, you are welcome
Sources,
to. And
so
I had to go and find the mute button for his show. He is wonderful. If you don't follow him, do a search, okay, for his site and also his community on 8kun. It is just a wonderful thing to be able to have people that are out there digging and doing and sharing and caring and all that stuff. And thank you guys for going and sticking around for the whole show. Hopefully next week, Jim will have internet and we'll be able to have our regular Fun Friday with Jim. I do want to remind you that God loves you and I love you too. So make sure to get out there and make it a great day. Now, I've got to figure out what happened to my music. I've got to find my music. I guess it stopped. I mean, it totally went bye-bye. So here's what we're going to do. I am going to get this, and I'm going to go and find my music because I'm going to play us out. If you're watching on Tiger Network, which is Tora3.com, you will hear this after everybody else has heard it because, well, you guys are about a minute behind everything else. And I'm praying that you have a wonderful day. Don't forget, tonight, we are going to have the Night Owl News. Then tomorrow, 8 o'clock, it's the Scripture of the Day. We are doing this thing, I'm telling you. And hopefully, we're going to continue to keep doing this thing until, until I can't do it no more. I'm just saying. So I'm going to play some music out, and I'm going to say this. God loves you, I love you, and make sure to get out there and make somebody smile. Okay? All right. Woohoo! And I'm looking for my opening screen. That's what I'm looking for. So I hope you've enjoyed Fun Friday. Let me do this. There you go. Have a good one, guys.
Tell me like a Hellcat.